Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, this is going to be a Divine Masculine check-in. Let's have a quick look though first and see what are the Divine Masculines learning at this time that they are going to relate to the journey in the near future. So thank you, Divine Creator. What is it we can see that the Divine Masculines are learning that they can relate to the journey? Okay, we get, Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Sun. This is the karmic feminine energy. I've called this card the karmic feminine mother energy, but it's also where the Divine Masculines have an unspoken loyalty to what the feminine says. This has been coming up in every reading lately that I've done that's private, as this power over the masculine that the feminine holds. I've seen it in what Freud says about the mother. I've seen it in what the divine has shown me about masculine energy, about babies being in utero for the average of 9 months and being totally engulfed in the awareness, the omnipresence of the mother energy. And so there's this removal of that layer for the masculines, and they're seeing now that it's a deep, deep subconscious feeling that the feminine has power over the masculine. But when they individuate from that, look at this, we have the twins playing in the sun, in the awareness of that. So the masculines are getting to this place where they're understanding. They give their freedom away because of this illusion that the feminine continues to have an unspoken power over them. And they're going to be healing that. So let's see, what can we know about the process of this for the masculines? What will that do to the journey? What will that do in the masculine collective? Flower of feeling, compassion, emotional awakening, and forgiveness. Forgiveness of the feminine. Super beautiful. Okay, why not? Let's have a look at what the feminines are learning at this time that they are going to transfer to the journey. We get the reason the masculines haven't come forward yet. So divine feminines, this is incredibly conscious, and the divine masculines are going to be able to forgive the feminine in general, the feminine archetype. And that is also one of the huge motions towards the leap of faith for union. What can we see? And one of the reasons the masculines haven't been free to come forward and afraid of losing their freedom. What can we see energetically? How is this understanding going to support the feminines towards the journey? What can we see for the divine feminines? Regarding the Fool in reverse, we get seal of harmonic order, harmony, cooperation, and dynamic interaction. So divine feminines, you're no longer at odds with the masculines when you realize that it hasn't been about you, it's been about the developmental stages, the journey, it's been about the process of consciousness, conscious revelations. It hasn't been about you, it's all served a purpose. Now you can have harmony and dynamic cooperation because there is this camaraderie instead of at odds. Beautiful. Let's get into what are the divine masculines thinking and feeling for the feminines. What are they wishing at this time? What are they doing? Actions towards the Knight of Cups, self-love. Just wanted to come out in the reverse. It's my card of self-love, not just offering love externally, but to the self. I put it back in. That has to do with the divine masculines forgiving their mothers, understanding they have the ability to embody their uniqueness in their own right. Okay, what is the biggest challenge for the Divine Masculines at this time? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where are things going in the near future? And why not, let's get cards for the feminines to see how these energies would relate to the feminine's portion of the journey. Okay, conscious mind, divine masculines. Oh, nothing but love for divine feminine, Queen of Wands. So yeah, they see you as enlightened, full of joy, living life well and right. You're doing something amazing, divine feminines. You've got this spark of inspiration in your hands, and the divine masculines are surrendering. They see you surrendering. They see you letting go. They see you glowing up. They see you embodying mother and child energy. How interesting. They no longer project that you are the god mother. I just heard the goddess in mother form. So that's that layer of that mother projecting. They also see you as this youthful energy as well, not just the maiden, mother, and crone. They see you as more of it. They see you as the youthful and the nurturing, also the sexually dynamic and passionate and capable. They see you as all of those energies right now. They're thinking of that. What can we see for the feminines? That means changes bit by bit can come in more accurately, because it's no longer just one thing. The divine masculines are not juggling the projections that they've held regarding the feminine archetype and you. They are now seeing which is which, and they're looking at the different aspects of you that have been the full experience that has brought to light the different aspects of their own consciousness regarding relationships and interactions with partners, imprinting, all of it. They're seeing each aspect of it. I'm getting this like accounting, or I'm seeing scales of justice with different coins being stacked on either side. So that represents the thoughts and the emotions and how things that they have thought have made them feel. What can we see for the divine masculine's feelings for the feminines? Aw. This is the world. You are their world. They're seeing something in you. You are all of it. Exactly. We're getting this message. You're no longer just a certain archetype or, divine feminine. You're not just one particular cookie cutter assumption. You're the spiritual one, or you're the hopeless romantic, or all of that. They're literally seeing you as the everything now. They're feeling that on the heart space. Divine feminines, my heart is exploding. I'm feeling so much this like green, just lush, vines growing, birds singing. It's lush in my mind. They are seeing you in a new way, divine feminine. And this is because the work is being done. The 8 of coins in the reverse is that inner work. Everything is connected. The emotional currency aligning with the 3D. Okay, so yeah, this is because the work has been done by you, divine feminine, and by the masculines to see things. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So that is occurring here. What are the masculines wishing? Oh, they're wishing to end this heartache. They're wishing to drop into the spiritual. They're wanting to know how to put the burden of the heartache down, wanting to know how to heal the broken hearts from the past. In this situation, in the individuals, they're wanting to be healers. And the feminines, yeah, free will. So divine feminines, I'm just hearing free will can turn on a dime when you want to change because you actually desire to. It's a spiritual motion. It's an energetic motion. It's an authentic motion. It's like the I am meditations. When we say I am, I am ready to heal, that writes the code of our DNA and it sets this process in motion. So it's like the divine masculines have decided through free will that they are ready to heal the heartache, ready to come out of the longing, the suffering, the drama, and really put it at the altar. Make that sacrifice, let go of the heartache. Divine feminines, it can happen, believe it. It just takes one aha moment that makes all the difference, that says, I am ready for that, and it does happen. With the 5 of Swords in the upright, divine feminines, you may not believe that your divine masculine can change, or that human nature can't change. It can. Through free will, when people have a reason, they do set that in motion. It may not be evident right away, but it is always a perfected thing. When somebody does desire true change, it does happen. What are the divine masculines' actions at this time? They're letting their passion lead the way. Look at this. I'm drawn to the red cape, the red outfit, and this red bowl. So this is the passion. This is allowing the passion. The Knight of Wands is the passionate lover. It is the ignition of passionate energy. And so they are looking for the direction that turns them on, that excites them now, that enlivens them. They're ready to fully live, I just heard. They're ready to go towards that which makes them impassioned again, alive, feel truly alive. There's no longer confusion. They're going for what makes them feel alive. How does the feminine? Oh, it's because this inner child healing, this is the card of reunion. After an adventure, after we make sense of this colorful history, the family tree, the roots, the experiences, this is in celebration now in the upright. So divine feminines, reunions are coming. When this healing, when the aliveness, when the passion takes over, because the lessons have been learned, gratitude has been accessed. So reunion is in the works. Divine masculines are growing in passion for the feminines and deciding to connect with the things that feel best to them. What is the biggest challenge at this time? Coming back around because the connection is justified, or waiting until it is justified, not fully leaving, being in hover mode, I just heard. So the challenge is kind of being in this liminal space where justice hasn't fully come in yet, but they've also walked away. You've walked away, divine feminine. There's kind of this limbo going on. What can we see for the feminines? Yes, just be in your empowerment. Be in this Queen of Wands energy. Be at your best. Be in your glow up. Just know this passionate new beginning is protected. You're protecting this with your knowing, divine feminine. So just understand that energy will balance out. Remember, I saw the scales of justice a little bit earlier on in the reading. It is balancing out. The masculines are balancing out their thoughts, their emotions about you. And we saw this card in the opening shuffles. What is the spirit guided solution for the masculines? That, oh, here's that Queen of Swords again with the Queen of Wands. So this is ending this original separation wound, the mother wound. This really is it. So this needs to play out. The Ten of Swords is sometimes the original separation wound, where we find ourselves incarnated apart from the ever-present awareness of the divine. We feel forsaken just for being in physical form. We can feel alone, small, lost in the universe, uncertain about what life is, what the meaning of life is. And this is the mother wound. If there are traumatic experiences, if there's fear, disintegration, the mother is a huge factor in our lives. If we see our mothers in fear, in uncertainty, if we learn those things, it is past. Nobody is as sensitive as a mother to the current challenges that face bringing a child into the world, raising a child. Mothers are the barometer of that, and they can be quite impressive regarding children. So there's a big motion of clearing in the Divine Masculine collective right now that is remembering it's not the mother's fault. We all come through a mother. The mother is the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, so to speak. The mother is the messenger of the 3D existence. Mothers bring the babies through from the other side, and we are like the first doorway into this dimension. So Divine Masculines are continuing to work on that mother wound, so they can be fully individuated. This has been one of the main energies through the eclipse, and it has been hinged together with why they haven't come forward. So there has been a lack of forgiveness, projection on the feminine. There have been father issues that the masculines have been strapped with, burdened with, overwhelmed by, and now the Divine Masculines are growing strong into their independent energy, and the feminine is no longer holding false binding and power over the masculine. The Divine Masculines are standing on their own, being shown this inner child healing. This is like the child version of the Emperor, this rite of passage, the becoming that the Divine Masculines have been undergoing through this eclipse season. Okay, what can we see for the direction the connection is going in? Out of separation, doing the work to come out of separation. That's beautiful. And ending the burden, Divine Feminine. So this has been a big rite of passage for everybody. So Divine Feminines, you may have seen some of the energies play out with your own children, specifically sons at this time, possibly daughters. I'm being told that daughters will have a different individuation time, but that it has been largely with sons. Doesn't have to just be, but for Divine Feminines, you may be seeing this with masculines around you or your own children in some ways. Okay, let's get a card for the Divine Feminines watching. What can we see? Starseed Awakening, Cosmic Heritage, and Galactic Remembrance 22. This is the year for you to bring in and channel high-level galactic awareness. This is a year of missions kicking off on a new way, new spiritual missions coming in, new templates being written, new modalities being channeled. So Divine Feminines, get ready. This is really your Queen of Wands glow up to a new level, because you are no longer bound by the limitations of the previous modes of conduct, what the feminine was allowed to self-identify as, how spiritual in broad daylight a feminine could be, all of those kinds of things. Sky's the limit. The cosmos are waiting for you to channel in your own right the things you're meant to bring into this life. Divine Feminines and Divine Masculines, what can we see? Seal of individuality, authenticity, uniqueness, and integration. Yes, exactly. Divine Masculines are individuating and becoming unique individuals with their authenticity, no longer having these fear of loss of freedom at the hand of a feminine partner, mother, all of that. Beautiful. Okay, everybody, bye for now.